Most people think RVing is just for fair weather. We say there's plenty of adventure out here in the snow-capped mountains. So we're sharing our tips and tricks on how to prepare the outside of your RV for a winter adventure. Come on. Hey, kitty. Okay, before I forget, if you want to watch Nikki's tips on how to prepare the inside of your RV, click right here. But my tips are better, so you can watch hers later. Before you hit freezing temps, there's a couple things you need to do. First is a diesel fuel supplement. It keeps your diesel from gelling. You want to do this before it gets freezing, so that way this can get into your diesel system. Also make sure you run your generator a little bit to get the same stuff through your diesel generator, if you have a diesel generator, obviously. Next thing you need to do is replace your wiper fluid with the Winter formula in both your RV and your tow car. And don't forget to fill up your propane tank. You're going to use a lot while winter camping, and it's a lot more expensive up in the mountains. If you're going to be camping in extreme conditions for a couple months or more, you might want to invest in a skirt and a heated hose. For us, we're only out here for a couple weeks at a time, so we don't want to carry around all that stuff. So what we do is we create this skirt out of snow. It creates an igloo effect, keeping the wind out and keeping the underneath of your coach a lot warmer. Cheap, I like it. When you're skirting, be really careful not to cover up any of your exhaust vents on your propane furnace or your generator, because carbon monoxide is extremely dangerous. When it comes to dumping, you don't want to leave your hose out all the time. It gets brittle in the freezing temps. Also, if you leave your sewer open the entire time, you'll end up with a poop sickle. Trust me, it's not good. So what I do is I get the hose out, dump, and then put the hose away when I'm done. It's really simple that way. Also, if you plan on sticking around for a long time, you might want to consider a big PVC pipe. It's the sturdiest of all. We do the same for our water. Because we didn't want to buy a heated hose, we just fill up our tank when we need water, disconnect, and at night we bring in the filters so they don't freeze. This is one of the most important parts about winter camping, keeping stuff from freezing, like your water and your filters. So we run this tiny little space heater in here. It works really well. Even when it's sub-zero, it keeps everything warm. Some people use a light bulb. I don't like using a light bulb because on our first RV it actually melted plastic. So this is a much better option for us. Another cool thing is because we don't have, hey buddy, because we don't have a black tank, we've actually combined our gray and our black so we can go even longer without having to worry about dumping our gray water. And the last thing in here, well, there is this insulation down here which helps a little bit. The last thing is this is a thermometer that we keep inside so we can monitor the temperature outside, excuse me, hey, inside the bay. In addition to heating our wet bay, we also have to heat this bay. This is our fresh water tank. We bought this little space heater and we keep it on the lowest setting. It keeps this whole thing warm and it keeps us from freezing. The bays are heated, but they're heated with propane. Propane produces a lot of moisture, so we don't like to run it, and it costs a lot of money. So we found these little space heaters highly effective. And even though we're using the diesel fuel supplement, it's still recommended to run the engine block heater in extreme temperatures. So we always do that. There are a few special tools you'll need for winter camping. Shovel, de-icer, and scraper. Trust me, you'll need all of them, so you should buy them. And we bought the telescoping kind, so they fit in the RV better. Okay, first thing I do after a big snowstorm is get up here and start working. You don't want to let snow accumulate on the roof, the slide awnings, or the slides themselves. It's not good for it. One of the last things you need for winter camping is a vent cover or a fan like this that works in the rain or the snow. Because as you learned from Nikki's video, you need a vent every now and then to let out the humidity. So that's it. Pretty simple, right? I'm sure I missed a few things in the video, so click the link here to read the entire post. It's full of tips, tricks, and all the things we've learned along the way about winter camping. So what are you waiting for? Grab your snowboards, get out here and join us. Come on.